Okay, Dr. Page, this is using Collaborate. I'm going to share my screen and kind of try to conduct our monthly meeting like we didn't get to do. Would like to try to conduct it this way so you see what the end product of Collaborate looks like. So I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so I'm going to try to make it larger also. This should make it larger on your end as well. And once you put documents into Collaborate, if you're using Collaborate Ultra, which this is Ultra, this is the one that's intuitive and easy to use. Anyway, if you put documents in, Word documents aren't used, you have to change them into PDF files. So this is actually a PDF file from a Word document. We talked about the beginning with the advising module updates, and you know that that's all a little bit behind schedule, but of course, advising and registration will be on schedule. The Blackboard updates were me just continuing to tell you how important SIS integration is going to be for us as we move forward. It's taking up about 25% of my time, and it's causing frustration for everybody, students, faculty, etc. And we talked about how I need help 20 hours a week, and work study students could be fine for that, for helping fellow students out, but they need to be 20 hours a week of reliable work study, and I'm not getting that right now. We talked about the BB Essentials upgrade and how I felt like I was the only one getting to take advantage of it and that I really want Ken to come in. You and I exchanged emails today about that, so that you want me to explain how I envision his visit here, and I will probably just go through his agenda and see which stakeholders I think the various sessions would benefit, and then give you a narrative on that. The conferences, again, we have back and forth with email today on those. You have my request for both, and you know about the into the Teaching Professor Technology Conference, which will be in October in Atlanta. I'll find out in about a month if I'm accepted. And then we talked about some of my other research projects. All right, so, and I also got to tell you about meeting with Dr. Deborah Lindsay and letting you know that we are both going to work together, and that she told me her main objective is to get more students. And David Page wrote and said that her main objective was to get more students through that idea of evening and weekend, and that the delivery of the courses will be left up to academic affairs, which I imagine means program chairs. On that note, I have reached out to Dr. Igwicki and offered to get his business faculty up to speed as fast as possible, because they're talking about launching this program, this articulation agreement they have with Delgado. They're talking about launching it this August, so they have no faculty with online teaching experience, so they really need to focus on basically getting in shape for that. There's the prerequisites of our courses and quality matters, and then it takes about a semester to design a course. And a news professor really absolutely cannot design and teach simultaneously. It will be very unsuccessful. Next page, I use PollDaddy to show that the mission design team basically agreed on the mission, that we did choose one. And I can just show you PollDaddy here too. Stop sharing this. I'm going to do share application right now. Stop sharing this application. And I want to share my screen. So at this point, you should be seeing my screen. And we'll go to my PollDaddy account. And this red dot here shows that that particular poll is closed. And we can view the results. And I got 6 of the members of the team to say yes, they support the new deal mission. Stop sharing my screen now. I stuck? I believe. Oh, so okay, good. I didn't mess up. I'm still learning this. So I am now going to go back to sharing that file. All right, so we were right here. This is only my third time using it, so I'm still getting used to it. The DEAL website, I'll show you that next time I get out of the document and onto screen sharing. And I updated the Google site that we have built to help faculty and students with troubleshooting. Mr. Mitchell does not have a prerequisite trigger and Gemzabar built that will require the onboarding certification for students to enroll in a section that is being offered online or hybrid. I think he might be stumped. He seems frustrated with it, although completely on board. I do think that he may be frustrated, or he may have hit a wall where we might need to use some of our time, like a 1 hour session with Gemzabar, to get that taken care of, because it's been in his plate for many months, and I think he's just kind of hit a wall with it. So the DEAL ad hoc committee updates are here. You're going to have a report on the LMS investigation by the 4th of April, and that has been a ton of work. And it really has, our choices really will have a lot to do with the amount of money budgeted. And that is like the last item there. What is the LMS budget for next year? And we do need a number on that. If we stay with Blackboard, it will be significantly higher. Either way, I know that the LMS investigation team is going to recommend that we definitely keep a Collaborate subscription, regardless of LMS. And then their new task will be to begin our quality assurance program here for hybrid and online course, to see if the design of the course has met or not met the Quality Matters rubric standards. And then they're going to be doing a needs analysis for a DEAL degree track. Part of the strategic plan was in 3 years to have at least one degree that could be earned at Dillard University completely through the DEAL program. We have something in mind. I think it's what I have in mind I want to talk to you about later after we do the proper needs analysis, but it's a really wonderful opportunity for us, and it would make us stand out throughout the state and the Southeast. As far as moving into the library and establishing the Center for Instructional Technology in DEAL, I've been using the program SchoolDude to officially put in work orders. ITT has officially done their work orders and created it as an official project. It looks like we need about $200 just to hang the screens, because they need to be hung on wall mounts that are able to tilt and pivot. And currently, the institution only has wall mounts that can hold a TV flat against the wall. I bought one from my home, and it was $58 with free shipping. I plan to move to the new space this spring break. I would like to get that paperwork for Rusty Liner so she can start helping me. She's also going to help me with the needs analysis for the potential degree program that I'll talk to you about after we do that needs analysis, because I want to make sure it's viable. Faculty professional development efforts and updates. We have the training calendar, and it has been working. I don't think it's the best solution for offering training. I don't know really how to reach our faculty, because if I list the training on a website, they won't go to the website. If I invite the whole faculty to training every Tuesday and Thursday, then I feel like that's not the right answer either, because people who are not going to come are never going to come, and they don't want to get an invite all the time. But I hate to exclude them, because maybe they don't want to do anything I've offered to date, but maybe I offer something that does interest them, and then they wouldn't be on the list. So I don't really know exactly what to do to get the most out of inviting faculty to training. I've been participating in Friday Live, which we used to have a membership with this, but now I just have an individual membership. And I really need to talk about faculty development through the OLC. For $950, we can get 10 workshops, and the workshops have numerous seats. So this would be like having the very best of the best workshops available to our faculty for like $95 a workshop, and we get 10 of them, and we could pack them and we could let people know that they're going to get acknowledged for attending these on their annual review. And Dr. Shattuck and I will meet. We missed each other the other day because he came here and I went there. And even though I let him know several times I was going there, he didn't check his email or his calendar, so he didn't find out. I also attended the Best of MLearnCon and learned about micro-learning formats for user-generated content. And I attended the Emergency Technologies for Online Learning through the Quality Matters program. Of course, you know about the peer reviewer course, and am currently in the Flipped Classroom certification course. Back to money and funding needs, $1,000 for Blackboard Essentials on-site training with Ken. We've talked about that already. I know the next steps. The workshop pass, you think we can find $950 somewhere. It can benefit the whole faculty, not just those that are interested in fully online or hybrid learning, but they have lots of workshops on blended learning. And Polldaddy for an annual membership is $200. I showed you an example of it earlier. It's really handy. I really like it. It's $200 for the institution. I'm using a free account right now. The NOETC is very exciting. This is really important that we get this done correctly, and I'll need advice on how to do this. But we need to set up a separate line item that is only for distance education, because the NOETC is going to have a grant for us, and they will require a report that shows exactly how we use the grant monies. In retrospect, they will also have fees for us because they said they can't keep their nonprofit charging dues. So what the NOETC does is they will give us a grant that is more than the dues, and then they will bill us for the dues, and then we will pay the dues, and then the remainder will be our grant money, in which that we should use only for distance education purposes. For example, the $950 OLC pass would be something we could take from that. It's going to be around $5,000. All right, Quality Matters updates. You see I did the setting expectations and learner support, helping students be successful, and I just completed the peer reviewer course. And I think it would be advantageous for me to join Quality Matters as an individual so that we can have a presence, even though it wouldn't be an institutional subscription, it would be an individual subscription, but would still give us access to all of their higher ed materials. And this is a screenshot of the voting for the mission statement from Polldaddy. You can see how simple it is. This is the kind of stuff that we do in Friday Live, and if I do get access to the grant monies, I will be buying the university a subscription to Friday Live. It'd be a great, easy to use training tool that they have something every Friday. And this Friday was getting started with your flipped classroom. This is a screenshot of the Flip Learning Interest Posse, and I'm calling it iFlip. And we have our agendas and collaborate sessions in a folder, and resources, and then everything that Dr. Eric Christensen shared with us in January. And finally, this is a screenshot of the iFlip community, and the 9 members that are involved with iFlip are active in these 2 areas, and so I know that the Drive and the Google Plus community are pretty good tools for this type of group. And that is all I have for now. Stop sharing my screen. I'm going to tell you goodbye. That was very long, but that's what a one-way synchronous sharing could be. Like, you can share your screen. I just hit a little plus sign, and I say share application, and I say I want to share my screen. And you should see my screen now, and now I can show you the dashboard for Polldaddy. This was something I used as my part-time faculty position here. And it was about an adjustment I was going to make in the syllabus, and I wanted to have their opinion before I made it. We'll go back to the dashboard. Something we're using in the iFlip group. And something else I did for Agile teaching in my part-time faculty position. I wanted to know how they were enjoying using the McGraw-Hill Learn, Smart, and Connect, and you can see the results were pretty mixed. You know, and I could just show you anything that's on my screen. This is all the people that earned Quality Matters. So I am going to now sharing, And that is what a one-way asynchronous session in Collaborate looks like.